Alright guys, here we are in rFactor 2 in the Vanwall, the Bicolis Vanwall Hypercar. What I'm going to do, given that Le Mans Ultimate is about to drop over the next week or so, I have been itching a little bit to kind of get into these hypercars a bit more. Now I know they're in Automobilista too, of course, but you know, if I'm going to pick up LMU, then I want to kind of see, or just remind myself really, what at least the rFactor physics are like. So with that in mind, let's jump in and do a lap or two. Let me just sort out the brake bias, push it forward, just to make sure everything is safe and nothing catches me off guard. Alright, so the reason I picked this track out of all of them is that this actually has corners. You know, the obvious thing would be to take it to Le Mans itself, or maybe even Daytona, given that we had the Daytona 24 last week, but I wanted to take it to a racetrack where, you know, we could actually see how the car behaves in corners. So yeah.
See front locking going into the cooling.
Yeah, it is a bit hard to feel the lack of downforce on the front at the slower speeds. It's clearly there, but it's difficult to feel in the force feedback, kind of like I can feel the car doing stuff, it's just not really sure what the stuff actually is. Yeah, and I'm not going for lap times here or anything like that. I'm just trying to feel the physics. Now, you know, common perception is that rFactor 2 has great physics. Okay. Right. Let me jump back to the garage and let's go again with this. Start the car. We'll lock on. Gets us out of the garage. Yeah, it's weird. It's like I used to play a bit of iRacing back in the day, and it's similar to that where, yeah, the steering wheel is doing something. I can feel the weight of it. Like, the car's obviously driving, so I can feel the weight of the steering. But what it's doing, it's anyone's guess. That's how it feels, at least. But yeah, let's go for it.
It's fine, mate. It's just a scrape.
I think I just tipped the pit wall on the way out there, but whatever. It's not going to affect things too much. Back of the car is just, I don't know, it's just randomly got, I mean, let me, the front of it, I've stiffened up the front. Let me go maybe down 2 clicks on the ride height, you know, just to kind of keep the car a bit safe. But yeah, everything else, so again, like, I'm not a big rFactor 2 player, so I'm not really too familiar with, you know, the setups and stuff like that. But just going by what I do know about cars is that it seems to be pitching into the braking area, the back of it's getting light, and it's just coming around, and it's not really clear to what degree it's coming around either. I'll chuck the brake bias forward a good bit more, and you can see there 62.8 on the bias, so that should make a bit of a difference. But we'll give this one more go, but it's difficult for me to actually feel what the car is trying to do, if I'm absolutely honest. Like, again here, like, the force feedback is being overpowered by the bumps, so I'm not really getting to feel the nuances of the grip. I'll brake a lot earlier this time. It could be just cold tires as well, of course. So maybe I just let everything kind of get up to temperature a little bit. Yeah, like I can visually see like threats of oversteer here and there, but I can't feel it really in the force feedback. I can feel loads of road bumps and shit like that, but I can't feel what I need to feel, I don't think. And even there, that slide at the back, you can see it. I can't really feel it. There's no disputing that the force feedback is very lively, right? There's a lot going on, but it's mainly bumps and ancillary stuff that's, Jesus Christ, like, I mean, it's just...
Watch your right rear temperature, it's getting hot.
It's not a...
The tyres are far too hot. You're locking your fronts going into stab line.
I have this weird vibration through the steering, I don't know why. I must have flat spotted one of the rear tyres. It's a very strange vibration through the steering wheel. Yeah, let me just bring this back to the garage because it just doesn't feel right.
Locking disabled.
What the fuck is that? Hey. What in the fuck is going on? Okay, that way is all good. Turn the wheel this way. And I let go of it. Oh man. Let's go back to the menu. Right, this is strange. The wheel is okay there. When I turn the wheel to the right, I can feel a pulsing and a vibration from the wheelbase. It's not the vibration motors. It feels like it, but it's not the vibration motors in the wheel. The more I turn the wheel this way, and look at the wheel. Yeah, the more I turn the wheel to the right, there's a strong want for the wheel to go back to center. Yeah, the physics in this game, or well, the physics are, in my opinion, a bit questionable to begin with. They're not questionable, you just can't feel a lot. Whatever. Is it realistic or not? Don't know, don't really care. It's not fun to drive. It's quite shit to drive, to be honest. The bigger concern though is this shit with the steering wheel. It's RF2 specific, and I've been banging on about this for a while about how rFactor 2 is bugged, particularly with Fanatec wheels. Now I remember reading before someone made a comment that, and now look at the wheel, perfect. So at random points through a session, if you go back to the garage a couple times and go back out on track a couple times, it screws completely with the force feedback. So frustrating. But yeah, I remember reading, and we'll jump into AMS2 now in a minute, but I remember reading somebody said that it was because the damper channel gets spammed to pieces, like with signals from the rFactor 2 game. Make of that what you will. If Le Mans Ultimate is similar to this shit, I'll tell you it'll be a refund within 30 minutes on Steam on the day of release. So if anyone from LMU is watching this, please take note. Don't have this happen. Anyway, I'm going to try this in AMS2. Now, I haven't done, many laps in AMS2. I certainly haven't taken any of the hypercars around Spa. It'll be interesting how quickly I get up to speed or not. What I can feel. I've done maybe not even a full lap of Le Mans, would you believe? But yeah, let's pause this one here. Jump into AMS2 and we'll try and do this again. Right guys, so here we are then in Automobilista 2 at Spa, and we're in the Porsche 962. Right, so let's go for it. Yeah, nice car this one. Certainly looks the part, doesn't it? I do like the old Porsche and the Ferrari, but I don't think the Ferrari will be in this game just yet. I think that's going to be in LMU only, isn't it? So, okay, let's go. Let's see what see what this is all about then at Spa. So same track, same type of car, hypercar. Ooh, screw that up. Yeah, I'm able to get into the brake a lot more confidently in this. Feel immediately like what the car's wanted to do. It's a bit understeery though, that's just setup, but the main thing is like when it's threatening to step out, I can actually feel it. I'm not kind of sitting there like wondering, oh, what's the car doing? Whoa! Yeah, it definitely talks to you way more than rFactor do in terms of feedback. TC down a tiny bit. But yeah, this is way more informative, like in the force feedback, like I can feel what the car's doing much clearer. Yeah, typical from Risa, to be fair, like I mean, yeah, and that was nice there, like I did screw that up a bit, but it was kind of like to show as well that as the downforce comes off the car, you can certainly feel the brakes just kind of losing themselves. The front of the car just doesn't want to turn. There you go again. It just gets clumsy at lower speeds. Yeah, this is a lot clearer in communicating like what the car's actually doing. And then at the base of, I'll cut that again, the base of Eau Rouge, I'm just drifting and then...
Looks like that was outside track limits.
To be honest with you, I'm mistiming that turn into Eau Rouge because I'm used to driving the older style in ACC, and then it's been recently changed on this particular version of the track. Yeah, this force feedback is way more useful information. There's less of the crap bouncing around going on, like less of the kind of road bumps and all of that rubbish. It's just, well, not rubbish, like I mean, it's not overdone. Like I say, in rFactor 2, like the bumps on the road and the curbs and stuff were way more powerful than what the car was actually doing itself. Where here, I can still feel a couple of bumps and stuff, but I can feel way more of what's important. Anyone's driven a car on track like will know that when you hit a curb, it doesn't spike the steering wheel the way it does in rFactor. I mean, yeah, you feel it, but it's not to the same extent by any means. Yeah, but this car feels really good. A little bit dull in places, if I'm honest, but I think that's just because there's so much performance in it. And then when you slow down and the downforce disappears, it's lock-up central. I have to get used to that. But like I say, I haven't done any practice because it wouldn't have been fair to practice, let's say, an AMS2 and then do a back-to-back with rFactor. I just wanted to do them both really raw. But yeah, if anyone is going to pick up the hypercars in AMS2, you will have to get used to, as the speed comes off, that wheel lock. It's in the Formula cars and stuff like that, but yeah, it's also in this. Yeah, Eau Rouge is a good bit tighter there compared to ACC. Holy shit. You've driven like hundreds of laps on ACC on the old Eau Rouge, the old layout. I can bleed off the brakes, let it turn down. Typical wheel lock, you feel so helpless once the wheel decides that it's locked up. Yeah, think a bit of setup work on this, we'd get certainly get a quicker time. Okay, we'll finish off this lap. I tell you, you have to be quick to catch this because the tyre model allows a bit of slip, but man, you have to be fast, otherwise the thing will just sloop on you. But the key thing is, like, when, you know, one criticism Automobilista 2 gets is people say, like, oh, the tyre, locked up again. I have to put more time into this. But one criticism that people of rFactor, or sorry, one criticism that AMS2 gets landed with quite a lot is this perception that
lap time was 2:05.4.
They, you know, that the tyre model allows far too much slip. Now, I would argue that it doesn't. I think what it does, I think what AMS2 does well, it simply gives more feedback in the steering wheel as to what the car's actually doing, so you're able to actually react much quicker. Jesus, the graphics and sound are unbelievable. Yeah, this is honestly my first time seeing this and going around track in a replay like this. Wow. Beautiful looking car as well. Yeah, I think people saying like that the tyre model allows too much like rear slip and rear sliding and all that, and it's too forgiving. I don't really buy into it. Like, if you feel a slide and you're able to react quick enough, then yeah, you'll catch it. As like you'd seen me do there. The criticism of rFactor by comparison was I couldn't feel really what the car was doing. And then when I tried to give it, you know, a lap or two to let the tyre seat up and stuff like that, the force feedback just shits itself, really. So yeah, it's disheartening. Like it's sad to see. So yeah, AMS2 like easily wins the battle of the hypercar. Like even if you take the force feedback bug out of rFactor, you know, my issue I had there. The handling, the feedback, and it was like there was no connection to the car. It was like the car was doing one thing, and yeah, just awful. Just not good. But yeah. Anyway, guys, we'll leave it there. As I say, I will be picking up LMU, but yeah. Let's see. Hopefully, it's not a refund. Anyway. Thanks for watching, and until the next one.
No way.